Here are the top 10 funniest animal laws found in various U.S. states. 1. Alabama. In Alabama, it is illegal to wrestle a bear. While this may seem like common sense, the law was enacted to curb the popularity of bear wrestling competitions in the early 1900s. Wrestling a bear is now a serious offense, though the absurdity of it still sparks amusement. 2. Alaska. It's illegal to wake a sleeping bear to take a picture in Alaska. While it might sound like common sense, this law was passed to protect both bears and overly curious tourists. The state takes its wildlife seriously, and interrupting a bear's beauty sleep could lead to dangerous consequences, both for the bear and the photographer. 3. California. In California, animals are banned from mating within 1,500 feet of a school or church. This law is quite difficult to enforce, and many wonder why it exists in the first place. Nevertheless, it's written into the books, adding a humorous touch to California's legislation. 4. Georgia. In Quitman, Georgia, chickens crossing the road is no joke. There's a law that states it's illegal for your chickens to cross the road without permission. It's unclear how often this law is enforced, but it gives a new layer of depth to the classic, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" joke. 5. Illinois. In the town of Galesburg, it's against the law for a dog to bark for more than 15 minutes. This ordinance was passed to keep noise pollution in check, but dog owners are left wondering how they're supposed to control their pup's chatty tendencies. 6. Kentucky. It's illegal to dye a duckling blue in Kentucky unless you are selling more than 6 at once. This strange law was enacted to prevent people from dyeing chicks and ducklings for Easter sales, but the specificity of having to sell at least 6 ducklings leaves room for plenty of head scratching. 7. Ohio. In Ohio, it's illegal to get a fish drunk. While it's unlikely anyone has attempted this, the law exists and prohibits giving alcohol to fish. Whether this was a preemptive measure or a reaction to some odd event in the past, it stands as one of the strangest animal laws in the country. 8. Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, you'll be breaking the law if you make faces at a dog. This peculiar rule seems to aim at preventing harassment of animals, but it's unclear how often the police are called to handle someone pulling funny faces at Fido. 9. Texas. It's illegal in the state of Texas to sell one's eye, and similarly, in Clarendon, Texas, it's illegal to have camels roam the streets. This law dates back to when camels were imported to the US as pack animals, and though camels aren't commonly found wandering Texas streets today, the law remains in place. 10. Virginia. In Virginia, it is against the law to hunt any animal on a Sunday, except for raccoons, which can be hunted until 2 a.m. This oddly specific exception makes raccoons the target of some very late night, or early morning, hunters. These bizarre animal laws offer a humorous glimpse into the quirky ways states have responded to unusual situations. While some of these laws may seem outdated or unnecessary, they provide plenty of laughs and remind us that even the legal system has its lighter side.